Back to Inside the Valley on this Sunday morning. Well, are you looking for a new job, or maybe you just want to switch careers, or maybe you're one of those special individuals that would like to have two jobs? Well, we've got a great opportunity for you. The third annual Feria Job Fair is coming up just around the corner. Talk a little bit more about the job fair, what you can expect on the show today. We have Andy Atkinson. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so this is the third annual Feria Job Fair. I'm assuming the first and second were so successful, you decided to have a third one.
Correct.
Tell me a little bit about it, what people can expect.
Sure. Well, it's going to take place this Thursday, October 20th from 1 to 5 p.m. at First United Methodist Church of La Feria.
Okay.
And we ask people to show up between those hours of 1 to 5 because we will have between 22 and 25 area employers to be doing real hiring.
Wow.
It may be seasonal, it may be part-time, or it may be full-time, but we have so many employers that are going to be there. It's a wonderful opportunity if you are looking for work.
Now, when we're talking about real hiring, does that mean, right on the spot you can get hired, have that job, or, in a couple days you would find out?
Some employers will hire on the spot. Many of them, however, such as U.S. Customs and Border Protection or the Harlingen Police Department, they cannot do on the spot because not only do you have to apply online, but you have to meet certain requirements. However, it doesn't mean you can't apply for the job right there and then.
Yeah.
If they tell you you're a good fit for it, the wonderful thing about this job fair is that Texas Workforce Solutions of Cameron County, they provide a huge computer station. So people can apply for jobs right there and then.
Oh, wow.
And so that's the beauty of this. And if you're not really savvy on the computer, that's okay because they also provide support technicians. So if you need help, there's going to be someone there to help you.
Now, when you go to the job fair and you see a job that you like, but maybe you see another job that you like, you can apply at as many jobs as you like.
That is absolutely correct.
So you're basically a kid in a candy store.
That's
and you
right.
can kind of dip your hand in every candy.
You can go from table to table and find out what positions every employer has to offer, and then apply to whatever positions you think you're a good fit for.
Now, what are some of the requirements for folks who want to come out to the job fair? What should they bring with them? Obviously, probably a resume.
We do recommend that you bring a resume.
Okay.
Most employers still require an online application. However, it's wonderful to have a resume on hand because I know for a fact there was a couple of people who brought their resume and left it, and they were called back. Even though they hadn't filled out the application, they were still called back because they left a resume with that particular employer.
Wow.
So it's just a good idea to bring a resume, but it's not required. The most important thing you need to do is just show up.
Absolutely. And do you have to bring in an identification, just in your Social Security, or?
It would be a good idea to bring your driver's license and perhaps a Social Security card because I do know some people who did ask to have them copied for them when they were speaking to certain employers. Again, it's not mandatory. It's a good idea if you have them.
Sure. Now, what about for some folks who, they don't have the resume with them, but they show up anyways? Will there be some people there who can maybe help with their resume? Can they type them up right there, or?
We won't have anyone to type them up, but actually we will have a resume expert that can help with resumes and things of that sort. Fix them, look for typos, suggest how you can fix your resume to make you more marketable.
Absolutely. Now, some folks here in the Valley might not have a ride that day. They might rely on their parents to go somewhere. You've got some of these younger folks who are out there. Do you have a ride service that's helping these people out?
Thank you for asking. Yes, we do. Valley Metro has been very wonderful, and no matter where you live, whether you live in Harlingen, whether you live in McAllen or whatnot, if you ride Valley Metro that afternoon, just tell the bus driver you are going to the La Feria Job Fair, and you will not be charged.
Wow, so you get it absolutely free. So you'll be taken there for free and then taken back, I guess, to the stop?
Yes, back to the stop for free.
Excellent.
Just tell them you're going to attend the La Feria Job Fair.
And I'm sure, too, because we've got the holidays right around the corner, probably a lot of folks are looking for seasonal help. But when people hear about seasonal help, they might only think, oh, I'll only get the job for 3 months or 4 months. But what happens during that time, from my own experience, you do a great job, you work really hard, you impress your employer, and you stay on and you become a full-time employee.
That's right. I've known many people who have stayed on, especially in the retail.
Now, I'm looking at some of the jobs here of some of the employers who are going to be out there. You've got La Feria ISD, you've got Buffalo Wild Wings in Harlingen. You've also got Bird Ogden, who's on here as well, which is fantastic. And you've also got something that I thought was really interesting, Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Now, there are probably some kids out there who might be in school for social work or something along those lines, looking for maybe like a part-time job. would you suggest that they come out and apply for these positions?
I suggest that anyone who is going to school or is a recent graduate come out and find out what positions they have to offer, because it really is important to know what is out there.
Right.
And these are I have several state agencies that are coming, very good jobs with good benefits. I strongly suggest they find out what positions are available to them, because we also have school districts, as you said, La Feria ISD and Idea Public Schools. So what I love about this job fair is that we try to provide all types of employers for all education levels, and I think that's what's wonderful about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the great thing too, you know, when you have HEB on here, they're a big time employer here in Texas, obviously, but they can really work with your schedule. If you are a student, you know, and you say, hey, I've got classes during this time or this time, you know, but I can work here, here, and here, they can really work with you. With a lot of the other places as well, I'm sure they can help you out as well.
Absolutely.
Folks, if you're just tuning in right now, we're talking about the 3rd annual La Feria Job Fair that's coming up on Thursday. So if you're looking for a job, looking for a part-time job, maybe even seasonal help, this is definitely a place you're going to want to go to. Andy Atkinson on the show today talking about the job fair that's coming up. Real quickly, for the folks who are just tuning in, tell them where the job fair is going to be, the hours, and finally, is there like a cost or anything that's involved in kind of going there, a canned food donation or anything like that?
No, it is absolutely free.
Okay.
Some people do give a donation when they get there, but we don't require anything. All we want you to do is try to find a job. All we want to try to do is help. If you're interested in going to the job fair, it's October 20th from 1 to 5 at First United Methodist Church of La Feria.
Okay.
That's located at 331 Main Street.
Okay.
La Feria is not a very big town.
No.
If you can find Main Street, I'm pretty sure you'll find the church.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were saying anyone who's going to be going to the job fair, to make sure they have a resume with them, some type of, some type of photo ID. And the great news here, folks, you can see it posted on your screen there. If you don't have a ride, one will be provided.
Correct. Just call Valley Metro, find out where the closest bus stop to you is, and tell them you're going to the job fair so you don't pay anything.
What about some employers right now who are watching and they say, hey, is it too late for me to get involved? I've got a couple positions that I can, you know, supply as well.
I still have a couple of tables open, but if they'd like a table, I encourage them to call me right away at 454-1610.
And then they can log online to?
They can go to fumclaferia.com.
Perfect. Andy, thanks so much for being on the show. Always great to see you here.
Thank you.
And again, folks, for a little bit more information, we posted it there on the screen. Log on right now to LaFeriaFUMC.com. Or if you're on your cell phone right now looking at Google or Facebook, get off and call this number, 454-1610. Find a little bit more information about what's going on with the 3rd annual La Feria Job Fair. Again, this is a fantastic opportunity if you're looking for seasonal work, full-time employment, part-time employment. There are going to be employers there for everybody, offering every type of position possible. Again, Andy, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Folks, don't go anywhere on this Sunday morning, because when we come back here, we're talking to some ladies out of the Harlingen area about a great event coming up called Taste of Harlingen. Don't go anywhere.